My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Scream 7. And, okay, so I was a fan of this franchise. The first movie is a classic, the second movie is a great sequel, the third movie is a big step down, but it's still very watchable. Scream 4, I love. That movie is fantastic, but Scream 5 is just dreadful, and Scream 6 really sucks as well. And originally, Scream 7 was going to continue the story of Sam and Tara, as I believe Sam was supposed to turn evil, and it was going to be directed by Christopher Landon. And maybe that movie could have been good, maybe it could have been bad, but it, well, Melissa Barrera treated some political stuff, she got fired, people are very upset, they're boycotting this movie, and there was a bunch of assholes online spoiling this movie for everyone else. Like, this movie got spoiled for me months ago. And, it just sucks. That's actually real shitty behavior. But I'm not here to talk about Melissa Barrera's politics. I'm not here to talk about her getting fired. I don't care about any of that. I'm here to talk about Scream 7. And it's awful. It's dreadful. I despised this movie. And it bums me out to say that. But let's begin by talking about the cast. And Neve Campbell is fine, I guess. Like, she's convincing, but she doesn't really bring anything new to this movie. Despite being a married woman, despite being a mother, it just felt like more of the same. Isabel May, I do believe she was in that One Hide Fight movie. Was she? Yes, she was. She was good in that. Here, however, I found her to be completely forgettable. Just a very generic performance. Joel McHale is such a frustrating actor because I love him as Jeff in Community, but he hasn't really impressed me in anything else. And this movie is no exception. He's given terrible material to work with, and he doesn't elevate it. Courtney Cox does a fine job, I guess. Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown bring some energy to this movie. Like, they're not great, but they're not bad either. Matthew Lillard. Okay, I do love the character of Stu, but the way this character is handled in this movie is so cringy. Whenever Cindy gets a FaceTime and she's talking to him, I was embarrassed. I was just thinking to myself, who okayed this? Just utterly baffling. McKenna Grace is an up-and-coming actress. She's just everywhere, and I am a big fan. She has nothing to do here. I do like her performance. I do like her character. But, she's not really in the movie much. And it really frustrates me because there's a music video for Twisting the Knife, and she's the main person in that video, and she has aura. She sings in that song as well, and you look at the movie in comparison, and you just feel like she was wasted. Asa German is pretty bad, actually. Celeste O'Connor does a perfectly fine job. Sam Reckner is completely forgettable. I actually thought he was quite bad. Anna Camp is awful. Jimmy Tattrell, is wasted here, and Michelle Randolph is, but I don't know. Like, you've got some talented actors here, but everybody feels like they have nothing to work with. Almost every character feels severely underdeveloped, underused, and it's just really frustrating while you're watching this movie. And I will give the movie some credit. There's ideas here about Sydney trying to move on from her trauma and how that impacts her daughter and her relationship with her daughter. But ultimately, those ideas feel pretty underdeveloped, and it just ends up kind of feeling generic. And yeah, okay. I've kind of hinted at it, but the main story is someone's attacking Sid again, and she starts getting FaceTime calls, and this just all sucks. The main plot of this movie is so embarrassing, and even though it starts off with potential, it gets progressively worse as the movie goes along, and by the end, it's just a complete shit show. Like, the big villain reveal here is utter bullshit. It is unsatisfying, it's uninteresting, it feels contrived. It's just I'm baffled that they okayed this script. I really am. And I'm kinda tired of these big killer reveals sucking. Like, the killer reveal here sucked, the killer reveal in Clown in a Cornfield sucked, the killer revealed in Hot Eyes sucked. Like, slasher movies, you need to do better. But ultimately, here's my big issue. It's just more of the same. Sydney, Gail, getting chased by Ghostface. Who could it be? Oh, how does it tie into her past? I just feel like this franchise has completely played itself out. And quite frankly, I'm tired of Sidney Prescott. I'm tired of Gail Weathers, and I didn't like Sam and Taylor either, but I do prefer the idea of a Scream 7 where Sam turns evil over whatever this movie was, because that at least sounds interesting. That would be risky, while this movie just played it safe every opportunity. And it's not tense. It's not really meta. Like, they almost completely dropped that element. And the movie's also not funny. And it's a shame because there's actually two scenes near the very end which had potential to be funny, but weren't funny. I also just really hated the direction by Kevin Williamson. This movie looks like shit. Everything's so overly lit, and it kind of feels like a Netflix movie in the worst possible way. I also felt like this movie was lacking any emotion. Characters die and you just don't care. Characters almost die and you just don't care. And why is this town empty? There is a prolonged sequence of Tatum getting chased by Ghostface, and nobody, and I mean nobody else, is in this town. And Sydney's trying to chase after her, but for some reason her vehicle disappeared. Like, it just felt so half-assed. It felt so low effort the entire time. And okay, they announced this. I knew this long time ago, but Matthew Lillard, Laurie Metcalf, Scott Foley, and David Arquette were cast in this movie. And my mindset was, well, hopefully it's a weird, insane movie. They got cast for like a second of screen time, and I just don't understand why they made this movie the way they did. It's just, don't get it. Like, why? Why this story? It just felt like this movie was made for the sake of it. But the kills can be pretty brutal. There was one scene, three pretty good kills actually. And I love the original song Twisting the Knife. When I first heard that a week ago, it reminded me of the 2000s horror movies. I love House of Wax, and I love how that movie ends with a My Chemical Romance song. And yeah, I feel like this original song just brought some charm to this movie, even though it's the second song in the credits. And some of the other songs were pretty good, but yeah, anyways, I hate this movie. I really do. It's just more of the same. It offers nothing new, and it's done in a terrible fashion. You've got some interesting ideas with the cast, but ultimately, it just doesn't do anything new, interesting, memorable. It's a completely forgettable generic Scream movie, and I'd never watch it again. And it wasted so many great characters. So I'm giving Scream 7 a 1 out of 10. Like, I was just bored by the end of this movie. And it didn't help that I got so many trailers. I got this 10-minute long preview of this movie before this movie. Why? Just why? But anyways, Scream 7. What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.